same day, just a little bit later. Having a busy day. I hope you're having a great day. I'm having my secondary shake. I'm having a little extra something, some Energize Go this afternoon because, you know, I was tired of my first live this morning. This is going to be recorded. I'm recording it just for ease, and I'm going to try to get it loaded because I'm going to go live again after 7, after my last 7-ish, after my last appointment. So we'll do more there, but I wanted to get this out. Guys, there was a TNT dinar call this afternoon. They always do Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and let me tell you, it was pretty good, more good information. So I'm going to summarize it along with the intel I summarized in my live this morning from Bruce's call last night, and I'm going to put it all in this video. So I hope that makes everybody happy, and I'm going to load it up. And I'm going to try to do that more frequently so you don't have to get through the live. I know everybody doesn't have an hour and something to go through the lives. But guys, I'm keeping a close eye on this because of all the rumors. The Charlie Ward video over the weekend who said the QFS was live, so we're going to see how this happens. This is specifically, the intel I'm sharing is specifically with regard to the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar. This is just one piece of the total system change. It's going to be a whole system reset, the good reset, not the bad reset. So this is one piece, and a lot of people have always theorized that the Iraqi dinar was the linchpin. And for those of you who follow my live videos, the good Lord led me into this. He led me to invest in the dinar 10 years ago, over 10 years ago now. Prophetically, he gave me a word. That was June of 2012, and I've been in it ever since. I've also invested in other currencies like many of you, but this is the linchpin, I believe. So listen to this. According to Tony's intel call this afternoon, was 80 to 90% of the articles coming out are all about exchange rate, and the reason why it's not going to happen right now, which, hello, do you believe the media? Just saying. Also, there was 40 ministers on Monday that requested to talk to the finance ministers and about why they needed the exchange rate. And then by the end of the evening, there was 50 ministers, and they did have a meeting on Monday evening. And at 11 p.m., I guess they met. And based on that meeting, based on the list, you remember months ago, we were talking about the government has to be seated. A lot of people were saying the government has to be seated for this to happen. Well, evidently, they could have a full-fledged seated government soon, like really soon. They're voting tomorrow, which is almost soon. Like they should have a full-fledged seated government soon, like tomorrow. And if that happens, it could all be finalized by Monday night, you know, which means this weekend could be a good window. So the rate is expected to change by this weekend. So, but we've always said, we've always maintained they're not going to announce it. Nobody knows the date and the rate. Why? Because they don't want people to stop spending money. Imagine if you thought the rate was going to change. Now, they could just change it a minimum amount to $1,200 versus the $1,169 or $1,139 that it is now. They could just move it up a little bit to $1,200. Well, even if that little, just to make the people keep the peace, make the people happy. If that happens this weekend, that means we'd be looking to January for the revalued rate, right? The rate at a minimum before the rate was 10. That's if they just move it a little bit, which is what Nader's videos was talking about. They just might move it a little bit to keep the peace. But we don't think that's going to happen. Of course, that's not my prayers. I want it to be completely revalued, and we all do. And Mark Z was excited. He thought the rate was going to be, was it 468 this morning was the rate that he talked about on his call this morning. So this is all hot, like as of today. But what's interesting is the currency exchanges, the amount of money moving on a daily basis is usually 200 million per day. It's down to 17 million because everybody's thinking the rate's about to change. So you're not the only person expecting this and wanting this. The currency exchangers are holding, everybody's on pins and needles right now. So if you're feeling that way, if you're feeling like weird, this could be the reason, because it could be our miracle season. Okay. Now add to that, if that's not good enough, that is the latest intel. Bruce's big call, to summarize it again. Here, let me put on my, make myself 4 eyes. I am nearsighted, so when it comes to reading it on my big computer, my other MacBook, because of all my appointments and stuff, is on the charger. So he said, as the intel started coming in, he goes, it's funny because I think things like whenever I spoke with you guys last Thursday, what's happened since the last 5 days? They're saying a lot of people are processing the bonds. There are bonds processed at Reno, so a lot of them in Miami, a lot of them over in Geneva, Switzerland. They kind of moved from Zurich to Geneva, and we know the people that are helping to effectuate those bond transactions and where they're moving from and where they're flying to and what's next. But the good news is that those bonds are paying out and that bondholders are seeing the results of transactions in their accounts. Amen? Now, they still don't have access to the funds yet, but they expect that to be happening tomorrow or Thursday. So they can see it in their accounts. They just may not have access to it. So I don't know. I don't know if that's because of the quantum financial system. I have no idea what system this is going to be in. And what has moved into position is $24 septillion moved from Dubai into the accounts from Dubai into the accounts that will be used for our transactions as Tier 4B. So 24 septillion is a pretty big number, and that's the number that's coming from Dubai too. Now, that number is being mirrored by the transaction that is coming tonight, overnight, and tomorrow. So where does that put us based on where we believe we are, the information that we're getting from the sources that are very high up and very close to this transaction itself of our exchanges are saying that we in Tier 4B, I use that because that's the internet, that's you and I, should be notified. Today, we should be notified. That's what they're saying. So we'll see, right? I'm just bringing you the latest. There's a possibility that we could get something in our emails. You know, that would have been this morning, but that didn't happen. But the good news is that we're hearing, of course, that it's good news. I'm just excited, but the good news is we are hearing that from Iraq, then certain transactions. I'm not going to talk about rates and specifics, but the rates are moving up. And we know that certain Iraqi citizens are being able to exchange through ATMs even here in the United States. So yes, it does require them going to the bank, but they are doing that and getting their old dinars. That's how it's put, old dinar exchanged. So the good news is we're close because of that alone. That fact alone, I think that shows that we're very close ourselves. Okay, I feel really good about that. I think that, yes, we've had to wait on the bonds to move along, and they're not done. And they won't be done tomorrow. They'll continue, and their goal is to try and finish these bonds by Thanksgiving. Well, that's what, about 30 days from today, if I remember right. Thanksgiving's on the 24th of November. Okay, Thursday, you know. It should be approximately 30 days from today because we're in a 31-day month. So, you know, I'm just reading. This is not me speaking. He says a lot of you knows, doesn't he? I could too. I don't know. So, you know, is coming down to the wire. As you know, we have heard a lot of people say their goal was to get this done before the end of October. I believe that is a goal that they should hit. They should make that because today is what, the 25th, tomorrow is the 26th. We're hearing that we should get notified someday today. Let's see if that occurs. If that happens, guess what? No more big call on Tuesdays and Thursday nights. We would be in touch with you by email. So he goes, I hope everybody will still get with us after this goes because I'm excited to get started. That was Bruce's call. I'm trying to think. There were some more highlights from Mark's call. He's running on fumes, but very pumped about spending time. He said, I'm sorry y'all got lost in his busy schedule. He apologized. He goes, when I mentioned 3 weeks, I've been told we will see a lot of military and governmental changes over the next 3 weeks. Things are very upbeat. I just saw a video. This is aside from Mark. I just saw a video from Wolfie. He's very excited. So guys, we just have to keep our prayers up. Bankers are upbeat. Bond people are upbeat. The fundamentals are playing out right in front of our eyes. We will see it more and more over the coming days as we get into the red zone. Remember, red October. In Iraq, it does appear that there are some updated values for in-country. It appears Iraq is still trying to pull more dinar off the streets. Rates went from a 1450 to 1200 as an interim step as they unpeg and try to pull more dinar off the streets in preparation for a higher value. That is what Banking Contact is telling me. They have sucked up trillions now from circulation. Mark Z says, my latest update is that they are now expecting a rate of 483 at the street level. I've always been told we should make more than that. You hear the birds? and the oil for dinar contract. I pay attention to all these things when that starts happening. Let me know if you can hear that. Comment down below if you can hear the birds. Guys, this is pretty exciting. So he's saying he had a bond contact that had an appointment at 10 p.m. last night, is now under an NDA and is headed home. He says, I don't know what that means, but knowing that contact, I'm guessing they're liquid. That's pretty cool. Now, this would be fiat funds. We're not gold backed yet. Remember, take the money and run. Don't worry about what the type of it. Just do on, take the money and run. That's what God told me until now. And I will get, until you and I get the notices, it will not be gold backed yet. Maybe it's positioned and ready, but not until you and I are headed to the banks. It is not gold backed yet. Many are saying bonds started. There's a lot of people saying the RV's already started, but there's new levels of RV that could go along with what Charlie Ward said. Mark Z said, I have a couple key calls scheduled on my drive today, which I hope I can bring you tonight with more solid details. Things we can see in the real world, but in the real world news, there are more and more economists saying we need to go back to an asset-backed currency, and it needs to be done quickly. This will be the reset we've been waiting for, not the one the globalists wanted. When they talk about commodity-backed reset, it's our GCR, not their bad version. And I believe we've already won this game. It's the only thing that makes sense. I agree. I think we've already won. So everything you see is kabuki theater. Like I said on my video with Mel Carmine, that Mel and I came to that same conclusion. So guys, be happy, stay high vibe. If you want to have fun tonight, I'm going to be celebrating tonight on the Margaritas and Mysteries after my last Financial Ninja appointment tonight. I've already got prepared for that. So got to go because I got some things to do, but I hope you like this update. Please comment down below. If you're happy, if you're feeling blessed, comment 777 down below. God bless everybody. Thank you for all of you on this community. We've grown. I'm so grateful for the new growth in our community. Please keep sharing the content. Please keep growing our family. We're the faith and financial community, and we're going to continue going as this goes. I'm open for Financial Ninja appointments starting next week if you need some help, or if you want to schedule Financial Ninja appointments in preparation for this going, that's good too. God bless everybody. Have a great day. These are the days of our lives. Amen. I just love you all. Bye.